Hello, hello. Can you guys hear me? Is everything working? Hey, nice. Nice, 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 nice. All right. And I guess you guys can see here. Okay, yeah, perfect. Yeah, that's your script. All right. Hey, so how y'all doing? There you go. I hope this is zoomed in enough for you guys. Yes, no, maybe. Oh, all right. Okay, perfect. So, as I said yesterday, today we're gonna. I'm suicidal as always, but Jesus Christ, I'm good too. I'm good too. I'm doing good. So yeah. So as I was saying yesterday, um, hopefully today we're gonna start like doing proper work on like how to um, uh, make a core gameplay loop with our game. But before that, I just wanted to check the part that's the player management. Okay, okay, okay. So I just want to go into the code and look at the part. Yeah, fixed update plus. Okay, so let me just. Is that it? Okay, yeah, that's the one. Again, this is game dev beginner. Here I'm looking at how he's doing certain. Okay, wait. So here it's uh, rigid body dot move position, blah blah blah. Aha. Okay. There you go. Whereas this here, it's just rigid body dot position. Oh, not this. This. Hold on. Let me close this. Okay, yeah, and this is move position. Okay, so now I get it. Okay. So this is what I was thinking last night before going to bed. I was like, oh, I think we didn't put the what's it called? The time dot delta time basically. Gonna have to leave in about 40 minutes. Might come back way later if you're still streaming, or I'll just catch the. Yeah, no worries, Silver Sterling. Again, I'm super glad and thankful that so many of you guys are still consistently watching. Like it's still like unreal to me that anybody has even watched my videos, right? But again, like thank you guys so much, and I hope that these videos are useful for you guys and that like you're actually able to learn stuff, right? So now here, just to show what the issue is, let's just get here. You see it's like trembling almost, right? Okay, that's interesting. All right, there you go. Okay. So, first things first, this we're going to change it based on this. So let me just copy paste this as a reference like that. No, not this. That's the wrong one. Rather it's no. Okay. So basically, what we want is here it's rigid move position, right? And that's technically what we're using, right? In my code, we're using uh, main rigid body dot move position and then parentheses the variables that are going to determine in which direction and how we're going to move it. But um, as you can see here, they have the time dot fixed delta time. Meanwhile, we don't have any. God damn it. We don't have any delta time or whatever, right? So let me just copy paste this like that, this right here. So it's movement axis which the movement axis in here is the same as this, I believe. Let's just go to the platform manager script. Player delta movement, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's a vector 3. Okay, so it's just a simple vector 3. So then what we're going to do is open a parenthesis here, close it here, and then do times main position. Yeah, so main rigid body dot position plus this times speed, but this is in the context of moving this a certain way, but because we wanted to keep up with this, I guess we're not gonna do any speed, and instead we're just gonna do time dot fixed fixed delta time. All right, so let's nullify this. Okay, there you go. Would it have something to do with the rigid body? I think I had the same problem years ago, but I forget what I did to make the platform. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I'm not sure if it's because we're missing the time dot fixed delta time, or because it's the simple fact that we're using a rigid body or whatever. And the thing is, the issue might not even have to do with the player themselves, but rather the platform here, right? So I'm not sure. So that's why I'm gonna try a few things. I'm not gonna spend too much time on this because I actually want to start properly making gameplay, right? So that at least at the end of today's stream, we can actually start to see the beginning of a core gameplay loop, right? So let's just go here. All right. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. God damn it. Jesus. Okay, so now it's not actually, yeah, like it's not following. Okay, that's weird. God damn it. God damn it. So this is, and time, maybe what I could do is platform script dot platform move speed. Let's see if this is gonna change. Thanks. Oh hey Retro. Oh hey Yurik. God damn, lots of people today and yesterday. I'm not complaining. I'm glad you guys are here. Okay, hold on. Right now I'm just fixing this little bug here, and then afterwards we're gonna actually start doing, god damn it, we're actually gonna start doing a proper level design. Okay, so that's just not working anymore. Huh. Interesting. So why is it all of a sudden not working? Huh. Let's revert back to how it was. Okay, so this here is the original code that we had. All right. There you go. Just give me a moment. And now is this going to work? Okay, interesting. But then here it stops working. Interesting. And now, as you can see, the platform is like vibrating a little bit. And it only works, basically it only works when it's moving upwards. Huh, interesting. Hold on. Let me just Let me just duplicate this one once, move it like that. This one here, we're going to add, so this one here, we're going to add this object here, and this one here, we're going to add this object here. So now, I went to check in on my Udemy account the other day, but the email recovery doesn't work at all. Goddamn. Y'all keeping that PIM hand strong. Okay, so basically as long as it's moving on the same, so basically only whenever it's going down is it kind of not working. Huh. Okay, I think I know why. So I wanted to check in on my Udemy account, but the email recovery doesn't work at all. I paid for a Unity course just for curiosity, and now Jesus, brutal. That's crazy. In November, I paid like $200 for a Unity course that taught not what I'm teaching you guys. It taught me how to use ECS, which ECS is a different way. Basically, everything that I've shown you guys so far about how to code and everything is called, let me just open Paint. It's called object-oriented programming, also known as OOP. And then I bought a course for something called Entity Component System, and it only showed the basics, which is ECS. And so these are the two ways that you can code in Unity. This is the real way. OOP is like the real way you can do everything you need in Unity with OOP. ECS is like, it's not technically finished yet. It's still like being built, and they've been working on it for like 5 or 6 years now. And so for instance, you can't do visual effects with this, you can't do UI with this, you can't use nav meshes with this or whatever, but you can do a few things that are really useful, right? So let me just, maybe they're gonna have a trailer for it. Hold on, Unity ECS. Yeah. So like ECS is basically it's really useful when you have like hundreds, if not thousands, of things all happening at the same time and whatever, right? But the problem is that it's very difficult. Like it's very weird to code with it, right? Like it's very complicated and everything. And me personally, after doing it for like half a year to like 6 to 9 months. I still barely understand it, right? Like I understand it enough to do really basic stuff, and even then it takes me oftentimes like a whole day to do just one script. Because like I do a first version, nothing's working, so then I start fixing it and fixing it and fixing it, and it's really complicated. And even ChatGPT has difficulty like doing proper scripts. Like sometimes you're gonna get lucky and it's like gonna be really helpful, and other times it's not gonna work, right? So anyways, so all of this to say that that everything that I'm showing you guys is done using OOP, right? Not this, basically. This, like, if you're interested in this, you're gonna have to learn it on your own, because like I can't properly help you guys with this. I also had like a few other courses I bought, networking, some code stuff. Yeah, okay. In total, I spent over 100. Jesus. When I took my object-oriented programming class in uni, it was a very basic Java course that the professor didn't even know. Yeah, well, that's every single coding class I had in university was like that. The teacher barely gave a shit and just gave us a bunch of like, oh, make me a calculator, make me this, make me that. And oftentimes it was people who could barely speak English, and I was just like, yo, what the fuck are we doing here? That's why I want like full Indian, like I taught myself and everything, because I wasn't learning anything. So when it moves down, does that mean while it's on the platform, the player is merely resting on it rather than sticking to it? So that's why it's updating the is fall. Yep, I think that's the issue, Silver Sterling. Imagine Yurik made the teacher hold his beer. Now, well, as they say, gamblers always quit before they hit the jackpot. So spend another 100 or two. Many such cases had the same experience. Yeah, you can use it, but they never finish their new. Well, yeah, okay, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I understand now what Retroman is talking about. Yeah, Unity, oftentimes you're gonna start implementing new features, and then they're just gonna drop them. But the simple fact that Unity 6 came out with new support for ECS shows me that at least for Unity 6, they supported it, and honestly, like it gets the job done. So basically, my game, the way I'm making it, is a hybrid between OOP and ECS, right? And so basically all of the combat system where I need like hundreds, if not thousands of spaceships moving at the same time and shooting at each other, that is done with ECS, but everything else is done with OOP because I don't need thousands of shit happening at the same time, right? So like all of the visuals, all of the VFX, the UI, the menus, and a bunch of other scripts are done with OOP. I'd say most of my game is still done with OOP. It's just controlling the unit movements and stuff like that is done with ECS. But as I said, it's really weird. It's really weird. Did they speak French? Well, we speak French in Quebec, but the guy specifically was like Algerian, I think, or like he was some kind of Arab. Maybe he was Lebanese. I'm not sure. And his English accent was so bad that it barely sounded like English with that guy. Bro, I don't even want to get started. So hold on. So maybe another one of the issues that that might be happening is that we're using the player delta, but then the player delta is kind of the same as this. And it's while it's touching. Okay, yeah. Okay, hold on. So we're just gonna do the platform delta movement here, just to see. So platform delta movement. Let's see if it changes anything. All right. Fuck. Okay. This. Yeah, and now it's once again because I think that what's happening is that hold on. Not this. The way we coded it is that the moment the player collides with the platform, the current platform script is updated, and as long as this has a value, this variable has a value of any kind, this happens, right? But the moment it exits the collision, it gets reset, right? And so I think that when it's going down, because the platform's height, like the platform is going down, every frame the player technically stops colliding with it, right? And so because of that, it like nullifies it. I think that's what's happening. Untrigger exit. Hold on. What I'm gonna do is if platform script dot transform dot position dot y is greater or equal. No. Because I was thinking of making it so that this only happens when they stop colliding, but that the platform is at a different height of the player. Hold on. Hold on. Instead, what could I do? Instead, I could maybe have a timer, right? So yeah, so instead what I'm gonna do is like a player attack manager. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to create another function, public void player platform reset. We're gonna call it that, right? And here it's what we're gonna do is whenever oh fuck, okay, whenever the right, hold on, this is a timer that will determine how long it takes before the player okay, I have an idea. Okay, this is a timer that will determine how long it takes before the player doesn't stick on a platform or stops sticking, before the player stops sticking to a platform. Okay, so here's the plan. Okay, we're gonna go up, we're going to create player stats, vertical rotations, settings. So rotation settings. Now here we're going to have another header. It's going to be platform related variables. Okay, and then public bool reset platform. We're gonna make it false by default. If I just wrote, hold on, if I just wrote it like that, it's the same thing as writing it equals false, right? It's the same thing. I just prefer writing it equals false just to be more clear with myself and everything. Also, by the way, like let me know if everything's still working, if you can hear me, if you can see me and everything, because sometimes YouTube Studio is showing me like a warning or whatever, but other times like it's not, and I'm not sure, right? So I just want to make sure that like everything is clear and it's working for you guys and whatnot. So, and then public float, we're gonna have a platform reset timer. It's a float. There you go. Okay, so now I'm gonna explain what my logic is. It may or may not work, but let's try it, okay? So here we have a boolean called the reset platform boolean, and here we have the platform reset timer, which is going to work just like these timers, but as you noticed, I don't have a timer here and an elapsed time, right? Instead, I just have the timer. So what I'm gonna do is, when we go here, is I'm going to create a couple of if statements based on specific conditions, and depending on the conditions, it's going to here basically, hold on, if reset platform boolean equals true, do stuff, right? So basically what's going to happen is I'm going to have a couple of if statements here, and depending on each if statement, it's going to set the timer. It's going to give a different value to this timer here, and then the timer is going to tick down until it hits 0, right? And then the moment it hits 0, this is going to become false, and the player is going to stop sticking on the platform, right? So basically what I'm gonna do is hold on. What's the boolean for jumping? It's key code space is grounded, can platform jump, is jumping. Okay, so if this is false, so the player is not jumping, yet they are above the platform. Okay, so this is gonna be the first if statement. Okay, we're gonna say if is jumping equals false, and transform dot position dot y. So the position on the y axis of the player is greater than the current platform script. Yeah, dot transform dot position dot y. There you go. So basically, whenever player exits trigger collision but isn't jumping and is above current platform, okay, and then we're gonna do set timer to high number. So reset platform reset timer equals, let's say, 2.5f. Okay, and is wait, reset platform bool equals true. Okay, or actually I don't even need to have this. Hold on, do I even need this boolean here? This yeah, you know what? Yeah, so instead of having this boolean isn't even necessary. What we're gonna do is reset platform bool. No, reset. Okay, platform reset timer is greater than 0. Hold on. So what I'm going to do is if reset timer platform reset timer is great. Well, yeah, actually, yeah. Jesus Christ, the art of complicating my own life. Platform reset timer is greater than 0. Okay. We're gonna do platform reset timer minus equal time dot delta time, right? Because that's how we do timers. Exactly. Else if platform reset timer is lower or equal to 0, but reset timer is greater than -1, we're gonna do this right here, and then this, we're just gonna remove it like that. Now it's giving us an error here. It's giving us an error here. Okay, so now the idea is when the player collides with a platform, okay, the current platform script is updated, the can platform jump is true, and reset timer is going to equal to -2, let's say. Okay, so that way it's for sure like neither this nor this is gonna happen, right? Again, this is a bit ghetto the way that I'm doing it, but that's how we're gonna go for now, right? And then okay, this we're gonna nullify, right? Okay, so now if the player is technically on top of the platform, but now they stopped colliding with the platform, they stopped touching the platform, but they're not jumping, and their position is above the platform, raise the platform reset timer to 2.5. So now, because the platform reset timer is above zero, it's gonna start ticking down until it reaches zero and whatever. However, while it's ticking down, so let's put it actually to like 5 seconds or whatever, right? Because it's ticking down, the player might actually collide again with the platform, which is going to reset the reset timer to -2, which is going to stop it from ticking down. But also, because it's below -1, this isn't going to happen either. So the idea is going to be that maybe that's how we're going to make sure that the player stays on the platform even when it's moving down. And then here what we're going to do is otherwise platform reset timer equals 0.5, let's say, right? So that way that's going to be really quick. Yes, and here it's otherwise player stops sticking to the platform after 0.5 seconds. There you go. So now let's see. Something tells me it's probably not gonna work, but who knows? Okay, hold on. Is everything good here? So here, if we look platform related variables, platform reset timer is at 0. Okay, let's see. Okay, there you go. So now technically it should be working. Yeah. So now for now it's working. Now, if I walk off. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. Oh, no. Not like this. Oh, shit. Yeah, well, that's also what I thought was going to happen, but, you know. Damn, that's crazy. Okay, so what this means is, no, not this, this right here. So what this means is that platform reset timer is 0.5. Oh wait, I'm an idiot. I know why. I'm a dummy. So right here, it's because this isn't working. Again, the typical mistake that I keep making time and time again. I'm telling you, this is probably the most typical mistake I make. Okay, now let's see if it's gonna work. Now it might just not work at all. That platform messed you up. Yeah, just a little ice skating, no biggie. Alright, okay, so now let's see. Alright. Okay, so far so good. Okay, okay. Now let's disengage. Hold on. Okay, so let's see again. Okay, so as you can see, if you look at the bottom right corner, the platform reset timer, so as long as the platform is going up or just sideways, it's not fluctuating the timer, it's always -2. But then the moment it starts going down, it's like fucking up a bit sometimes, right? Now let's see if I just move out. Yeah, because now it's set at 5. Okay, yeah. All right. Okay, this. And what happened is I disconnected and I wasn't jumping. Okay, so instead of this, what I'm gonna do is, let's see, -1. So basically this never ran. This here never happened, right? And instead only this happened. So let's see. Oops, not this. Let's save it like that. When will you learn? All right, hold on. And after we're done with this, we're actually gonna start doing some level design and some more proper like game design and everything. All right. So it's good. It's good. Yeah. Okay. So far so good. There you go. Perfect. Yeah. It's perfect. It works because like 0.1 second is like, yeah, there you go. Hey, we did it, boys. Easy. Well, there you go. That's fun. All right. Okay. So now, hold on. Let's open up the pinned message here. Well, okay. So basically, last night I read in the Discord server. I read what Zeno wrote to me about like different ideas and everything. For now, in terms of anything that's like visuals and story, I'm really not sure where we're gonna go with this. But in terms of gameplay, eventually I'm thinking of adding certain enemies that like use projectiles and stuff like that, and maybe even the player. Like eventually I'm gonna show you guys how to shoot projectiles and stuff. It's really not complicated. It's just that I don't want to focus on it right now, just because I want to get a core gameplay loop with the few mechanics we already have, right? Just to get a core gameplay loop, and then we can start adding stuff little by little on top of it, right? And what I'm thinking for now is we're gonna keep things with like basic shapes. Those are called primitive shapes. So like cubes, rectangles, capsules, spheres, you know, etc., etc. And then eventually we're gonna. But honestly, your ideas were really good, and a lot of your ideas kind of matched some of the very basic ideas I had in mind if ever I were to transform this into a game, into a full game. But again, like that's like me personally, the way I work, like the way a lot of developers work is that they get visuals immediately, like as soon as possible. For me, it's the opposite. It's like the visuals are the last thing I'm gonna do, because to me it takes me a bit too long to do the visuals, and there's no real point in doing them if I'm not sure what my core gameplay is, right? Well, exactly, for characters, enemies, exactly, Dan. That's exactly it, right? So for now, what I'm gonna focus on is the whole goal, challenge, reward, right? The core gameplay loop that I was talking about yesterday. Yeah, exactly. I gray box the levels, exactly. I'm not sure if this will break it, but could you change the interpolation of the rigid body on the platform to interpolate? I'm not sure if that would smooth it, but some suggestions online do that. Okay, so hold on. So let's open up no, this, and then this like that. All right, there you go. So hold on. There you go. Okay. God damn it. Hold on. Platform interaction. All right, there you go. There you go. Okay. So, let's see. Um, let's copy paste the script. Okay, so this we can remove. And then, hold on. We don't need this. There you go. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is copy notepad, paste. All right. Hold on. This is what my script looks like now. Oops. Looks like now. You can see the code in the trigger enter / exit functions that allows the player to stick on platforms. However, what ends up happening is that while the player is sticking on a platform, the platform is appears to be shaking. It's just an option under the rigid body component. Oh, okay. Oh, right. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Okay. Sorry, I thought you meant interpolate as a function, such as let me find out, such as like main rigid body dot add force or something like that. No. Okay, now I know what you're talking about. Yeah, because I thought you were referring to something like, main rigid body dot move position. Okay. Instead, what you're talking about, let's see here, player manager. If you're going to the rigid body, it's is it, yeah, interpolate, none, interpolate here, and same thing with the platform. Let's see, interpolate, none, interpolate. Yeah. Never mind, I completely misinterpreted what. Jeez. Well, let's see if it's gonna. Oh, Jesus. Okay, nope. So clearly that's not. Ugh. Oh boy. Nope. No, it's actually even worse. Hold on. And now if I do none on the platform, and if I do none, yeah, okay. Interesting. Even worse. All right, hold on. So none, continuous, speculative, collision. Oh, fuck. God damn it. Hold on here. And no interpolation. Collision detection. Let's see collision detection. Here, well, let's press play. Hold on a minute. Let's press play and then do collision detection continuous. Nope, it's still weird, but hold on. Let me just do this. Collision. Yeah, no difference. Whatever. Okay. Even. Yep. The tank controls we deserve. Okay, so again, I might as well finish what I was asking for ChatGPT. However, what ends up happening is that while the player is sitting on the platform appears to be stuttering, not shaking, but rather stuttering. Hold on. Here's the player script for reference. There you go. Now let's ask ChatGPT. Here, describing where the platform is to stutter while the player is attached to it is likely due to a mismatch between how you're applying the platform's delta movement and how the player's position is being updated. Okay. So this line works only if the platform's delta is calculated once per physics frame, i.e. in its own fixed update, and only if it's smooth and physics based. If the platform is moved in update, you'll introduce jitter because, okay, update runs exactly at a variable rate. Fixed update runs at a fixed interval. The platform's delta might be different by the time you apply it, causing misalignment. Okay, gotcha. Proper delta movement based approach to fix this. Ensure delta movement is physics aligned. Here's a reliable structure. In your platform script, make sure your platform movement is calculated in fixed update and stores the delta in each physics frame. Okay, so let's see here. Our platform manager, platform movement. So what I'm gonna do is simple, like that. And then let's just see if this is going to work, right? Bro, I'm telling you, like, ChatGPT is the best person to verify your code. If you're not sure if everything works, just give it to ChatGPT. It's gonna read it and it's gonna be like, hey, here's where you fucked up, and here's why you fucked up. And anybody who complains about this is a fucking loser. Okay. There you go. Wow. Wow. It was that simple. Hey, let's go. Oh, hold on. That's interesting. Okay, so now it's fine. But then I moved a little bit. Huh. Interesting. Okay, so when I move but it's going up, it's not that bad. Okay. I see. Okay. Alright. I'm out. Maybe I'll be back right now. Alright, well, take care, Silver Sterling. Thanks for coming. Love you. Heart. Kiss. Hug. Okay. So now we have some very basic, like, again, it's not perfect. There's still a few bugs here and there and whatever, but Silver Sterling is leaving, but that's fine. Like he said he had to leave after 40 minutes or whatever. So, but still, I'm super happy he was here. So, okay, so let's just check so far what mechanics we have in our game. We have here the jump pad that boosts me up. We have this here, a platform that we can like stick on and whatever. We can jump off of it. There you go. Oh. Hold on. What is my player attack cooldown? We're gonna put it at 2.5. There you go. Okay, this is how we take damage. And this is how the enemy takes damage. Okay, now I just want to see something. If, oh Jesus Christ. If I try to jump off of the platform and hit the enemy. Fuck, god damn it. Bro, I'm telling you, like, this is why I didn't make a platformer up until these tutorials, because I fucking suck at platformers. Okay, interesting. Okay. Alright. There you go. So, let's see, these are some of the mechanics we have. we can eventually also add pickups and stuff like that. But for now, I think I'm not sure if we're gonna have time to add pickups. But yeah, have a lot of air control. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. I remember I remembered what I wanted to do. It's to check. Okay, so can attack equals true, is falling equals true, and the transform is above the enemy, then it does damage to the enemy. Okay. How do you add weight to your character? Well, there are a bunch of different ways you can do it, right? Like one of the examples we could use is so let's okay, we've selected the player. Mass of this rigid body. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna have to ask ChatGPT again because I don't remember. Because for Unity 2D and 3D, the rigid body component works differently, right? So hold on. So, alright. So now, I'm pretty much just messing around in the prototype platformer. Oops, platformer that I'm making, and I want to change. Okay, and as you can see in the script I linked, I'm using rb.addForce to allow the player to jump. However, what I would like is to change the speed at which the player is falling only when the is falling boolean is true. How would I hold on? This is what I always write. I write, does that make sense? And if so, how would I go about doing that? There you go. There you go. There you go. As that makes total sense. You want to modify the falling speed, i.e. downward velocity of your player only when they are falling, which you're detecting using an is falling boolean. This is a very common mechanic in platforms. It lets you do things like increase gravity when falling for snap your jumps as Celeste or Super Meat Boy, slow falling speed for gliding or parachute effects. How to do it? The best way to handle this is by modifying the gravity or applying a custom downward force when is falling is true. Here's a general approach. If is falling is true, vector 2 extra gravity equals physics 2d dot gravity. Yeah, but the problem is that we're doing this in the 3D. Okay, well, okay, want to slow falling instead. Okay, all right. However, my platformer is done using Unity 3D, and so I'm not sure that a vector 2 and physics 2D applies to my game. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Okay, there you go. For 3D platforms, you want to use vector 3 instead of vector 2, physics.gravity instead of physics2d.gravity. Okay. Okay, so I guess it's the same thing. Okay. Well, fuck it. Let's try this. Let's copy paste it and see how it works. So where is falling? Is falling if falling is true. Okay. This is linear velocity instead. Okay. Fall multiplier. Okay, so fall multiplier. Let's go here. In our variables, player stats, platform related, vertical, rotation limits, movement and rotation settings, vertical movement. Public float fall multiplier f equals 0.0. Oops, no. Fall multiplier f equals -1. Okay, there you go. Let's see, where is it? No, not here. -1.0f. Okay. Physics.graph. Okay, well, let's see. Multiplier -1.0f. I know why it does the -1. Some of the project source files refer to API that has changed. Oh, okay, yeah. Whatever. That's because of the thing I had here. That's why it caused this shit. Okay, perfect. Okay, there you go. Okay. Now, what's our fall multiplier? Here we're gonna do 2 or 3, I guess, because it's -1. Make it fall faster. Not a Unity dev, but I'm guessing it has gravity settings. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's like, hold on. Ooh. Okay. Interesting. So let's see. Is it falling? So now we are grounded. It's moving upwards. Ah, okay. Hold on. So let's go here. If is airborne equals true. Oh, okay. Okay. So then is airborne propulsion zone, player blah blah blah, player manager strip dot is airborne equals true. Perfect. Okay. So now, even when I hit the propulsion zone, like the jump pad or whatever, it's going to, it should make me fall faster. There you go. Ooh. Interesting. Now let's see if I change the, what's it called? Fall multiplier to 5. Oh, fuck! Yeah. So that's the only problem with using code such as on trigger enter, on trigger exit, etc. It's because if something is moving too quickly, it can just pass through things and just not get detected. So there's another method that eventually I'm gonna show. It's gonna be mostly useful for stuff like bullets or projectiles and stuff, because usually projectiles move really quickly, especially if we're talking about about something that's almost like a hit scan or whatever, right? I realized when you can, you should put in a double jump in the ground zone. Well, okay, so here's something I had in mind that we can just test out. right? Which is, oh, that's platform manager. Let's go to player manager. Just give me a moment. I need to drink. Okay. Just give me a moment. Yeah. By the way, I've never played a single Mario game in my life. I think, well, technically, I think the first Mario game I've ever played was like a couple months ago. One of my best friends came over with his Switch and we played like Mario Kart and Mario Party, I think. But that's the first time I've ever played a Mario game before. And those are technically not like normal Mario games, right? Which I know is like heretical, but hey, that's life. So, let's go here. We have is grounded or can platform jump equals true. Is jumping equals true. Okay. And then we had if it doesn't make, you should add hover mechanics. Yeah, those are big Mario games. Reputation lost. Okay, hold on. If is jumping equals true, blah blah blah. Okay. So if is airborne equals true. Okay, let's add another. Let's add another. Okay, is airborne. No, hold on. Let's put it here. Public bool. Ground slam. Okay, or like ground pound, whatever. Like, yeah, ground pound. Okay, or rather can, well no, is, yeah, okay, there you go. So then here it's else if is airborne equals true, ground pound equals true. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go down here in the vertical movement, ground pound, spacebar, whoops, spacebar plus airborne. As this here, spacebar plus grounded slash can platform jump. Can platform jump, yeah. Fixed update. Okay. So now here it's if ground pound equals true. Kind of same for me. I've only played Mario Kart and at other places, yeah, Mario Party. Never played or beat any of the true Mario games. 64 movement is pretty much the gold standard for 3D platforms. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I was never like a platform player, like a platformer kind of gamer, just because it's I don't know, like it breaks my brain. Like you can see me every single time I'm testing my own game, I'm having difficulty just landing on the platform, you know. So what we're gonna do here is like that. Oops, down. Oh, never mind. Trans player. No, it's minus. There you go. So basically, here is the thing that's gonna make us jump, right? And we are going to jump by using the vector up, which is 0 on the x-axis, 1 on the y-axis, 0 on the z-axis. If you just put a minus in front of it, it's like doing down. So instead of being 0, 1, 0, it's 0, minus 1, 0, right? And then instead of having jump force, what we're going to do is jump force, float, public float is going to be slam force. Slam force. Slam force equals jump height. Yeah, whatever. Times fall multiplier F. Sure. There you go. Instead of having jump height, we're going to have float slam height. Sure, whatever. Okay, so here we have slam force, blah blah blah, and then we finish by ground pound equals fuck equals false ground pound. Or since we're using slam force, slam height, etc., we're gonna do ground slam. There you go. Once again, I'm being way too fucking intense about the nomenclature, but that's how I am, you know? Okay, there you go. So we have slam height, so jump height, slam height. Let's put it at 5 and slam force 5. Yeah, let's put it at the same as this other thing. Fall multiplier, multiplier is 3. Okay. So let's see. Oh shit. Uh-oh. Hold on. Did I slam into the platform and push it off? Oh fuck. Fuck. God damn it. God damn it. Maybe. Hold on. Fuck! God damn it. Bro, this is such an edge case and I got it on the first try. Make it make sense. Hold on, what? Oh, well, okay, cool. That's so stupid. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's the kind of things I want to see on the platform. Amazing. Oh, Jesus. Well, okay, we know that the ground pound works, right? Alright, hold on. So, we know that this works somewhat, and it only works while we are airborne, right? Is airborne. And here we have the propulsion zone, which gives it airborne, yeah. Okay, so in theory, okay, hold on. Okay, see, it's not telling me that I'm airborne. Huh. Okay, hold on. So the propulsion zone is telling the player manager script that it's airborne. But then this, let's see every instance of is airborne. if it's true, and is moving upwards equals false, and is fall equals false, and is grounded equals false. Oh, could it be airborne equals false? Okay, well, hold on. Okay, manager script dot is grounded equals true. Oops, false. And well, okay. Okay, well, for now we're gonna disable this. Let's see. And this is the last thing I'm gonna do before we start actually doing level design, because I've already been streaming for like 70 minutes. Okay, so let's look here. Yeah, it's not like is airborne gets immediately cancelled. Okay, well, this is a bug that I might finish some other time. It's not important. Yeah, there you go. Okay, let's see. Interesting. All right. Okay. Let's change the attack cooldown to 2.5. Right, there you go, there you go. Okay, so let's start making actual level designs. Okay, and let's first create another script. We're gonna call it obstacle. So model behavior script obstacle. Oh, nope. Okay, it's still importing the asset. All right, there you go. There you go. Like that. Obstacle. Trigger enter. Okay, here we're going to have header vars. Oops, private player manager current player manager script. There you go. And then what was it with the enemy? It was enemy knockback force. We're gonna do the same. So we're gonna have obstacle here. It's going to be header public float obstacle knockback force. Okay, and then what was with the enemy? Right. Or propulsion zone. Okay. There you go. We're gonna this like, well, actually, let's just copy paste everything. Obstacle. Okay. This is how I do stuff. Old code or whatever. So whenever an obstacle hits the player, it will knock them back. If other dot compare tag, because we want to see the tags, player, god damn it, there you go. Player, okay, player manager script, let's just change this to that. Player manager script, we can just do it like this. And then we're going to have obstacle knockback force, and then public float knockback distance is also going to be like that. And then gravity multiplier, public float gravity multiplier. Okay, so now we're just gonna do this like that, except obstacle knockback force, knockback distance, grav multiplier, there you go, and everything else is okay. And then we're just gonna do actually, yeah, we're gonna do this. Obstacle stats, vector 3 is going to be obstacle knockback direction v3. There you go. Then at the start, it's gonna be obstacle knockback direction equals transform dot forward. Okay. There you go. So we're gonna do obstacle knockback force. By the way, let me know if you guys are able to follow so far what I'm doing, right? Basically, I'm just using this as a way to know, like, as a reference point. Now I'm gonna delete this. There you go. Okay. And for those of you who don't know, who may have forgotten or whatever, this whole line here is the exact same calculus I'm using to make the what's it called? To do the jumping, right? Like the jump, the ground pound, etc., right? So let's go back to obstacle like that. Okay. So now let's create our first obstacle. We're going to create an empty game object called obstacle parent object. And then we're going to add, its position is going to be this. Then we're going to add rotation test. Okay. Like that. Okay. So then what we're gonna do is add a cylinder object like that. Okay. Its scale is gonna be 0.5, 0.5, like that, right? And then we're gonna add, so okay, another empty game object, which is going to be visuals. Okay, so there you go. We're gonna add another cylinder. We're gonna move it like that. Let's say 90. Nope, it's not the one. Okay, perfect. Let's do 2.5, 0.25, 0.25, like that. There you go. Exactly. Okay, so both of these we're removing. Or actually, capsule collider. Oh, fuck. Yeah, capsule collider. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, because those are normal colliders. Okay. And then here we're going to add an empty game object, which is hitbox. Or actually, obstacle hitbox. On it, we're going to add the obstacle thing, and we're gonna say it's all 2.5, whatever. Knockback force, knockback distance, knockback multiplier. Okay. And then we're gonna move this to here. We're gonna give it a capsule collider with a rigid body, just to be sure. Actually, no need for a rigid body. Is trigger, or well, actually I probably do need a rigid body. Use gravity, no. Rotation. Okay. So okay. Hold on. Oh, god damn it. Oh. Haha. Ah, fuck, no. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. Okay. So instead, no, we're gonna do... Basically, what I'm gonna try to do is have a hitbox here and another one here that are gonna push the player a certain way, right? So I guess in this case, instead of being a capsule collider, we're gonna make it a box collider, because that's gonna be easier to do, right? Okay. Oh, Jesus. Bruh. Okay. So what we're gonna do here, like that. Let's move this like that. 25, yeah, seems about right. There you go. Now, hold on, like that. Let's move it like that. Okay, perfect. Okay, and now obstacle hitbox. Nope. Aha, there you go. Okay, perfect. Or actually, no. No, I did it the wrong way. Hold on, let me just check. Okay, transform.forward. Okay, exactly. So what we're gonna do here is 90. And now this is going to be 0.25. 2.5. Same thing here. We're gonna do minus 90, 2.5, 0.25. Right, I'm getting hungry. In case I don't come back before the stream ends, thanks for the stream, and I will most likely try to stream games in a couple hours. Perfect, sounds good. Enjoy your meal, and if anybody's interested, go watch his stream after mine. Always after mine. All right, so I hope that what I'm doing right now is like it's not confusing and you guys are kind of aware of what I'm doing. Basically, I'm setting up this thing kind of like in those oh my god, what are they called, those like the Kung Fu Panda movies or whatever. Hold on. Is it? Hold on.
Right.
No.
Friends?
No. Yeah, these things. You know what I mean? Like these things that are like rotating and shit. Yeah. So that's kind of what I'm trying to build here. You know what I mean? So, but it's only gonna be one and it's gonna be rotating like this, right? Like that. So counterclockwise, I guess. Okay, so this here is done. It has the obstacle script. This has the obstacle script. This is the parent. And it has, so hold on, these two cylinders. Yeah, they're not trigger, etc., etc. Okay, perfect. So let's see in which direction this is going to rotate. Let's put this at 0, 1. Okay, hold on. Oh shit. Uh-oh. Hold on. Okay. Freeze position. Through gravity. Freeze rotation. No, it's still... Huh, okay. So maybe I needed to freeze everything for both of these. And now, hopefully now they're gonna work. Hey, there you go. Okay, so now the only issue is that this is rotating the wrong way. There you go. So now, okay, perfect. So now this -1. So let's see if it's gonna work. Oh shit. Okay, so this kind of worked. Jesus Christ. Ah! Oh. No, it's fine. Jesus. Yeah, this is... Oh boy. Okay. This is... Oh boy. Alright, well... Here's an example of something that might work. I just need to make sure that these ones here... If I were to remove these two colliders, would it actually work better? Based... Oh, Jesus. Welcome to game development. Okay, yeah, so it has nothing to do with... Okay. So it has nothing to do with these two things. It probably has to do with this thing. Could it be because they have a rigid body? Okay, let's remove both rigid bodies and play. Bro, like it's not supposed to shake that way, right? Like obviously. So yeah, okay, so it has nothing to do. Yeah, I think it's the add force that's like fucking it up, or the fact that yeah, the fact that it's like kind of moving. Oh wait, I think I know what the issue might be. Okay, there you go. Player manager, player legs, hips. Hold on. Okay, this here. Freeze rotation. So the legs are getting... Yeah, they're like going crazy basically. And yet... Okay, I'm really not sure then. What is up with that? Let's freeze everything, or rather... Let's press play. Let's double up the camera. Hold on. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, okay, that, yeah. Now if I uncheck these constraints, Jesus. Okay, I think this might be once again something to ask ChatGPT with, right? To ask for its help. But in general, the idea is, for now, I'm not gonna touch this thing, right? But instead, like let's actually make some sort of level, you know, to like, hold on. Yeah, let's make some sort of level. But first, let's create another script that's gonna be, yeah, okay. Let's create another script that is going to be a level boundaries script, let's say. Okay. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a very simple script that when it collides with the player, it's gonna send the player back to spawn, basically. Here, there you go. There you go. So we're gonna have an on trigger enter, same as obstacle, level boundaries, same as obstacle. There you go. Level boundaries. There you go. Player manager. Okay, so here instead, what I'm gonna have is core variables. Public game object, respawn object, where the player respawn. right? And so this right here, all we're gonna do is the moment the player collides with the level boundaries, or in this case, the moment the level boundaries collides with the player, I'm going to do player manager dot transform dot position equals respawn object dot transform dot position. There you go. All of this we're gonna remove. Okay. And now let's go here. Okay. Let's make an object that I'm going to call empty game object. I'm gonna call this level 0, let's say. And then here I'm going to create one that's level boundaries parent object. Then a cube. Level floor boundary. Okay, there you go. Okay, so now let's do the respawn object. This one is going to be at 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay. So, let's say respawn 0. Okay, like that. We're gonna keep it here minus 25. We're gonna remove the collider because we don't need a collider with it. So this is going to be our respawn object, and then level boundary respawn 0. And then what we are going to do here, simply move this like that at minus 10. Oops, no, 100. And then we're gonna do just like that. Two hundred, okay. And now let's go and create another material. We're gonna call it level boundaries material, MAT, shortened for mat. We're gonna make it transparent. We're going to make it, oh Jesus. All right, Unity, finish your fucking code. Goddamn. Transparent, default alpha. Oh, okay. Fuck. Is that normal? If I make this one transparent, less equal, okay, opaque, okay, perfect. Level boundaries, this is good. We're gonna make it red. And here, so basically this here, what you see, like whenever you're changing the color of a material or whatever, this that you see here is technically a vector 4, right? So value 1 for red, value 2 for green, value 3 for z, which is red for x, green for y, b for z, and then the fourth value is the alpha, which is how transparent an object is. So now when I change this here, you're gonna see here at the bottom right, you're gonna see this get more and more transparent, right? You see? Now it's like completely invisible almost, like that. So we're gonna make it like semi-transparent, and I'm thinking maybe some sort of orange ish, right? Like maybe like that. Okay. And then here in emission output, you can also make it glow a certain way, right? So you change the color, and then here in intensity, when it's at 0, it's fine. Let's put it at 4, right? So now if I do this, like it's this weird, like the floor is lava kind of thing, right? So now let's see if it's all gonna work as intended. Let's make it trigger. Never forget to make the colliders trigger or not, because that changes everything. Hey, there you go. So now we have our respawn. This is like the floor is lava, you know. There you go. Yeah, okay, so this works. This is still weird. Huh. Jesus Christ. Okay. There you go. All right. So let's create an empty object and call it playground. Right. Change it to here. There you go, playground. Then everything in here is going to go inside of the playground, including the plane. There you go. Now we can move the playground like that. Yeah, right here. And then on level 1 here, we're gonna do I think LDOs, right? I think that's what they're called. Does the term LDO stand for level design object? In the context of engineering electronics. Bitch, I'm not talking about. Oh my god. Call objects that are part of level design. Prop set pieces asset. Fuck you. Oh, I was almost gonna say the N word. I have a bad habit of saying that word whenever I get annoyed. Teleports would be done in the same way. Yeah, basically. Me no understand question. Yeah, exactly. Hold on. So, the context of level design. What is the technical term used to refer to any gameplay object that is part of a level? In the context of level design, the technical term most commonly used to refer to any gameplay object that is level element or gameplay element. Yeah, okay, fuck you. Game object. Okay, yeah. Oh, sorry. Okay. So. Terrain objects. Let's call it that. Terrain object. Bro, Game Sense is catching so many strays. It's crazy. Hold on. Because the thing is, I remember when I was studying game design, I remember my level design teacher specifically referred to a term. It sounded like LDO, but I'm not sure if it was LDO or if it was another term. But for him, it was basically like level design objects, right? Which is just a word to refer to any object that is meaningful, like in the level, right? So we're not talking about like the little pots of flowers and the little props you find here and there, right? We're talking about like a door that you can breach, right, or whatever. So like if we take a game like hold on, Rainbow, okay, yeah, Six Siege videos.
100% the game.
So here, so this, you're able to blow it up. So that's an LDO, right? Like you can shoot through the walls and everything. So those are LDOs, for instance, right? Like that would be an example, you know? Well, LOD stands for level of detail. Oh, maybe that's what it was, level design layout. Maybe that's what it was. Again, like I haven't been to school since 2018, so you know I'm a bit rusty. And the thing is, level design was my worst class ever. Like my level designs were shit, but it doesn't help that I did them at the last minute. But that's a whole other story, right? Hold on. Yeah, okay, hold on. So now let's start adding terrain objects. Let's add a plane and call it ground and terrain material, right? And then expand it like that, maybe. Expand it. Actually, let's keep it that way. Yeah, this looks cool. Okay, so now let's take, go into the playground, take a jump zone, copy, paste, gameplay objects, paste here. Let's see. Again, I'm just gonna like be fucking around, you know what I mean? I'm just gonna make some sort of shitty ass level that like kind of makes no sense, right? Now the issue with the plane is that the plane is entirely flat. So if I do this, now we can't really see the plane. We can see its shadow, but we can't see the plane itself. It's stupid, but that's the thing. Or I guess I can add a box collider instead, or like a cube. Ground terrain material. There you go. Minus 0.5. This is gonna be 110. Or maybe a bit less. Maybe 90. And we're gonna push it like that. Fine. Let's make it 100. 110. This jump zone here, let's move it here. This thing here, let's make it, no, 20, 15. Or maybe even 7.5, yeah, to make things a bit interesting, right? Okay. This, we can expand it to 500, 500. There you go. All right. The eternal. No, yeah, I don't think it's your YouTube that's buffering. I think it's my stream that's fucking up. Because I've noticed that even though I put it at ultra low latency, sometimes it like bugs out and you guys are a bit late, so it's as if there is like normal latency. But yeah, I also agree that like sometimes he can't handle the heat, especially when it comes to Ricardo Kamsaks. Like that guy, bro. It's like he knows exactly which buttons to press to piss Game Sense off. It's crazy. Okay, so now in theory we should fall immediately. Yep. There you go. Okay, perfect. There you go. Okay. Let's take the player. Zero minus 21. Rather like that. Minus 35. He's making Fall Guys. Well, like I'm gonna make some kind of weird platformer, right? That's like, yeah. Okay, hold on. So now let's take this for instance. Change pattern object. Okay. And gameplay object. Jump pads. Okay, there you go. So now we're gonna do it like that. Okay. There you go. So let's put it be like this. Okay. Then here it's going to be minus 10. And then in its, I think it's going to be this one. In this one, it's going to be that one. Okay. And now let's go into the playground. Get our enemy. Gameplay objects. Enemies. There you go. Test enemy. Like that. Alright. So let's have it here. 10 minus 45. Yeah, and then another one that's going to be the same, except minus 10. There you go. Now, let's do this like that. And let's move it here. Then do another one like that, move it there. Again, like as you can see, I'm doing everything. So let me see. If I were to click this, if I were to click this one. So see, the cool thing is that by duplicating them, so again, for this object here, I set it up so that its other pattern, basically the object it's gonna send it to is going to be this one, and this one is going to send to this one. But by selecting both of them and duplicating them, it's also duplicating like their targets, basically. So now I don't need to change much of anything, right? feels like it's on YouTube's end since it's messing up. Oh. Okay, so yeah, so it might have something to do with YouTube then. Okay. So, oh fuck. So let's put these like that. Okay. Let's duplicate them again and put them here. Let's duplicate them again. Put them here. Okay. All right. So now let's see. Fuck it, it's already been 2 hours. Okay, there you go. Not bad. It's starting to take shape. And now if I were to like hit this one, there you go. All right. Hold on. Hey, nice. Nice. Ah. All right. You see, so this is generally speaking how you make games, right? Hold on, let me just adjust these ones to make sure they're properly adjusted. 60 minus 5. Message retracted. I love this. All right. Oh shit, okay. Interesting. And now the cool thing is that technically we can do a portal. Like in the Portal games. So hold on. So now let's see. Level boundary. Let's duplicate it, but make it a 5 by 5. Move it here at 60. It's slightly above. This one is gonna go in minus 25. Okay. This one here, we're gonna give it a green. Thing like that. Let's make that minus 15. Okay. Like that. And then, hold on. And then, here's the cool thing. I know both of these are like called level boundaries or whatever, but look, I'm basically gonna make a portal from Portal, right? So this, instead of leading to respawn 0, right, it's going to lead to level boundary 2, right? And this level boundary 2 is like, we're just going to disable this script for now. No, can you make platforms that fall down after a few seconds you step on them? Yeah, I probably can. Okay, hold on. Oh, fuck. Hold on. Didn't work as intended. Okay, hold on. So this here is level boundary 2. Level boundary 1. We're just going to remove the script from it. Let's see. It should, like, level boundary 1 should send us, yeah, to level boundary 2. Okay. Hey, there you go. Ah! There you go. Yeah. Yeah, so otherwise, in terms of platforms that disappear after a while, let's see. Hold on, scripts. Yeah, I could probably make a script that has a timer, and that upon collision, it's gonna start the timer, and after the timer, I'm going to deactivate the platform, which is going to make it disappear. But then I can also have another script that hold on. I can have another script that's going to make the platform respawn, right? I think we're gonna end on that, right? That's what I'm gonna do as a final thing. But I just have a question for ChatGPT, because I always forget. If I have a parent game object with a script set to detect any and all trigger collisions, will said script also detect any trigger collisions with the parent object's children? Great question. And the short answer is no. A parent game object's trigger detection script will not automatically detect trigger collisions from its children unless the parent itself has a collider set as trigger and a rigid body, and the trigger event is happening on that collider. Here's why. In Unity, trigger events, blah blah blah, only occur on the specific game object where there's a collider. Yeah, and either the game object or the other colliding object has a rigid body. Child colliders are independent. Yeah, okay, perfect. That's what I wanted to know. Okay, so now let's go back to our playground. Let's grab our platform. Empty platforms. Okay, platform. Okay. There you go. 60. We're gonna have it move like that. And we're gonna copy this one here. Okay, yeah, we're gonna copy this one here. 60, 0. Move it up to here. It's gonna be at 20. The platform is also gonna be at 20. And then this one is going to have an object like that here, let's say, right? And this one is going to be linked to this one. This one is going to be linked like that. Okay, so let's see for now. We have this platform manager. There you go. Yeah, so as you can see, the platform is moving now. So now I need to time it so that when the platform comes back, oh fuck. Oh geez. Oh geez. Fuck. Yeah. It's a bit too quick. But yeah, but basically, yeah, I just go through it, through the portal, let's say, and then fall here, right? And then what I could do is go into my, no, fuck, not this. I opened it up just in case I needed some code from my other project, but I ended up not needing it. So we can go here in the platform manager, right? And then with another header, I'm gonna say, bro, header, it's gonna be, um, and then here what I can do is public float platform life timer f equals, there you go. And then okay, so if I were to, well, okay, we're gonna do it the right way, just for the sake of doing it the right way. Okay, I don't have any numeral. Yeah, I enums. Here, was it in collision test or just test? It was, okay, it was in test. Okay. There you go. Platform manager. Public enum. Platform type. Public platform type is going to be current platform type, or this platform type. This platform type is going to be platform type dot none. Okay, hold on. No. Oh my god. Fucking. There you go. There you go. Now it's not giving me an error anymore. Jesus Christ. Okay. So reminder, the variables of type enum are basically a variable that when you create it like this, here you give every possible value it can have, right? And then here you just create a variable of this type so that this is the variable you're going to be using in like in your game, not in your game but in the script, I mean. Okay, so platform type none, normal, fragile, let's say, I don't know, slippery, bouncy, other. Okay, there you go. So initially it's none, and then in our test script we had set game mode. There you go. We're just gonna copy paste it here to the platform manager. Okay, set platform type. Okay, so current platform type. I'm gonna do it like that because who knows, maybe we could have a mechanic where, like, if you ground pound some type of platform, like a normal platform, it goes from normal to fragile or whatever, like, who knows, right? Or like you can have a certain type of, like, a slippery platform, if you ground pound it, it becomes a bouncy platform or whatever, who knows, right? So here we're gonna have platform type, new platform type. There you go. Current platform type, and well, yeah, that we don't need. We don't need this. Did I have anything in my? Yeah. Is modifying? Yeah. Okay, so that's fine. I'm gonna go platform manager. Set platform type. There you go. Okay. So, what we're gonna do then is, okay, so public. So that's the platform lifetime. Okay, hold on. Hey, bro. Public bool player. Oh, player standing on platform equals false. Okay, and then we're gonna have public void fragile platform gameplay, let's say. And so here what we're gonna do is platform gameplay, right? Or fragile platform manager. That's okay. No, you didn't miss much, Zeno. I just basically started doing a basic level design for the game, and we're right now we're just testing out different. Yeah, you missed everything. No, we're just testing out different. Like we're adding little by little new mechanics, right? And probably once I'm done with the mechanic I'm adding right now, I'm probably gonna end the stream just because yesterday's stream ended up being longer than expected, and I still have a lot of work to do on my game, so I'm probably gonna have to focus on that for the rest of the day. So back on topic. So here we have the fragile platform manager, right? And here what we're gonna say is, whenever the platform type is a fragile platform, and the player is standing on top of it, right? Is standing on the platform, do this, right? Or player standing on platform, or actually no, I'm gonna change this boolean to be like player touched this platform. There you go. That one's gonna be that's a better way to phrase it. So what we're gonna do is player manager, here collision, blah blah blah. So when the player touches a platform, this is the code that happens in this script, and this is the code that happens the platform's script. So platform script dot player touch this platform equals, well no, it's not false, equals true. Boolean, so player touched this platform boolean. Hold on. Okay, so current platform script, player touch this platform boolean. So then we're going to into the platform manager, and here what we're gonna do is platform movement. We're gonna create another public void called player interaction, let's say. So this function manages all interactions between the player because the reason why every single time I'm coding a new mechanic, it takes me a bit of time to like focus and make a plan in my mind. It's because I'm used to planning game mechanics in a way that's going to help me add new mechanics to it instead of having to erase my old code and start fresh whenever I want to modify a mechanic. Okay, which that is a problem that a lot of developers like don't do, right? So this is why the stuff I'm making is very convoluted. It's because I'm used to coding stuff that isn't fully finished, right? Like I start off with a mechanic, and then maybe 3 months later I add new stuff to this mechanic, and then another 3 or 4 months later I add some more stuff to this mechanic. And so that's why I'm always thinking of, well, if I code it in this very simplistic way, yes, it's going to work right now, but then that's going to cause me to have to do extra work later on when I want to modify that mechanic, right? And so this is how, again, this is just my way of coding and of game design, right? Like you guys can have your own way, but this is how I do it. So that's why I have like a bunch of different functions and shit like that. It's because I'm thinking like how to properly do the code in a way that is very flexible with potential future additions, right? So hold on. So now what I'm thinking is player interaction, touch the platform. Okay, so I think this is what I'm gonna do. We're gonna erase these. We're gonna do player interaction. So player interaction is always going to be running because it's in the update, right? This function manages all interactions between the player and this platform. And then here we're gonna do if player touched this platform is true and blah, blah, blah. If player touched this platform is true and current platform type equals platform type dot fragile. Okay, we're going to run fragile platform manager, and in this one we're gonna say, so here we have the platform life timer, public float platform life time elapsed. Okay, and so if platform time elapsed is greater than 0, oops, right? Do platform time elapsed. Again, this is another timer minus time dot delta time. Else if platform time elapsed is lower or equal to 0.0 f. What we're gonna do is player touched this platform boolean. What we're gonna do is player touched this platform boolean equals false, time elapsed equals lifetimer. And okay, and this is what I'm gonna do. Okay, we're gonna replace this with public game object platform visual object. Okay, this is the object that will contain this platform's visuals. Okay, and then lastly what we're gonna do, okay, so here it's reset timer, and then disable platform visuals. Okay, so vis object dot set active false. There you go. So what this does, what this function, not function, but like method or whatever does, is when you have a game object, okay, like here, like this is a public game object called platform visual, well, vis object, so visual object. If you do dot set active equals false, it's the same thing as doing here, as going here, right? Like this is the white thing is the platform. I click this, now it's inactive, right? Like here in the hierarchy, it's grayed out. And if I click it again, which is the equivalent of doing dot set active equal, well, in parentheses true, boom, now it's enabled, right? So now what I'm going to be doing, okay, is here we have the platform with the platform manager script, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to create another 3D object, right? That's going to be platform viz, okay? And then here in the platform visual object, I'm going to drag and drop this one. And then the normal box collider, I'm going to move it to my visual, well, if I can, hold on. Copy component. Oh. Paste component values. Okay. Okay, so hold on. Oh, perfect. Perfect. And now this here, we don't need the mesh. Remove component. And this we can remove component. Okay, so now look, now this is my visual object which has the normal box collider, right? And then this is the one with the trigger collider, right? There you go. So now this platform here, I can't interact. Okay. So lifetime, let's say 5 seconds. Okay. Platform movement speed. Okay. So now let's move these two. Let's move them to 0 at 0, and then let's move this one here also. Platform 0. There you go. All right. So now what I'm gonna do is simply a bunch of, yeah, because basically this here, technically it's public, but for whatever reason I can't access it in the hold on, in my inspector. So I'm just gonna copy paste this, and I'm gonna ask ChatGPT if there's a way. Here's my platform manager. Oops. Oh my god. Manager script. Is there a way for me to be able to manually set the current platform type variable in the inspector? Because as of right now, I can't see it in my inspector despite said variable being public. Okay, there you go. As the reason you're not seeing in the inspector is because you've made it public. It made it a public property with a private set. Oh fuck! I'm fucking retarded. Jesus Christ. Okay. Wow. Private set. Change this line. Get private set to public platform type. This way UND will show it in the inspector and you can manually set. Alright. Well, that's what we're gonna do. Okay. So instead of this, we're just gonna remove this. Hold on. I'm gonna remove it like that. Okay. There you go. Save all. Now let's look down here. Hey, there you go. Current platform type. None, normal, fragile, slippery, bouncy, other. So let's put fragile here. Let's go. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. All right. So let's see. So now in theory, if I stay for more than 5 seconds on the platform, because it's fragile, it should disappear, basically. Fuck! Ugh! God damn it. Fuck! Ah! No! God damn it. God damn it. Oh Lord. Oh my god. Oh wait. I think I know why it didn't work. Bro, I got spawn camped. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. So if it's greater than platform blah blah blah. So first, okay, this is what I forgot as a line of code. So platform elapsed equals life timer. Like that. There you go. Okay. Or plus equals. There you go. Bro, Zeno, you just missed the best shit. Hold on. Yo, but see, that's amazing. That's amazing. Holy shit. Okay, so hold on. So 5 seconds, etc., etc. So here we're gonna do it at 5. Okay, now hopefully it should work. No, I didn't have a DSP moment. It's because the timer was set to 0 seconds, so the platform immediately despawned, which made me fall immediately. And I immediately hit the orange shit, which made me respawn, and I respawned right when the enemies hit me, so it pushed me back into the fucking rotating thing that then hit me. Okay. Okay. Wait, what? Why is it going up? What? Why are we at 3,000 seconds? What the fuck is going on? Okay, hold on. That's also not good. Player interaction. Oh, fuck. I'm stupid. Oh, hold on. No. Yeah, I'm stupid. I'm stupid. This is what I should have done. Timer elapsed. No. Time elapsed equals lifetime. Yeah, lifetimer. I'm stupid. Okay, now it should work. Now it should work. There you go. Okay. Fuck. Okay, fuck. Quick. Ah! Go! Ah! Hold on. Okay. Let's make it move to 10. Okay, there you go. Jesus. God, there you go. This is why I don't play. Okay, hold on. Fuck! Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna fucking shoot myself. Oh my god. I fucking hate platformers. Fuck. Ah! Hey, there you go. And is it gonna disappear? Okay, so here, now the game is paused quickly. Here we have 1.4 seconds. The moment I click the screen... Ah! There you go. Fuck! No! God damn it. Jesus Christ. Oh fuck. Jesus. Oh my god. Okay. No, fuck. God damn it. Bro, if you guys had seen me, like, I played Hollow Knight at around 2018, and you guys... Fuck! Oh, because it's at 10. It's super quick. That's why. Hold on. If you guys had seen how much I fucking struggled playing Hollow Knight, like, I don't know what it is with platformers, but I'm not good. I am not good at platformers. Let me tell you. It's like the one genre I suck at the most. Yeah, bro, game journal mode is for me. I think it took me like 2 hours to get the flower quest. Maybe even more. Hey, let's go. Okay, 3, 2, 1, 0. There you go. Alright. Yeah, so... Yeah, that's about 2.5 hours, which is the typical length of my streams. Other than... Oh, Jesus. Woo! Yeah, which is... yeah. Which is about the typical length. I guess next week we're gonna start adding more and more different mechanics, maybe different platform types, maybe different enemy like types, varieties, and everything. This for now is gonna be like the sandbox mode, because basically, usually in game development, the devs have this kind of sandbox level that you kind of have every... Oh, by the way, welcome back, Silver Sterling. Yeah, exactly. Like, this is like the debug map where you have every single mechanic in the game, every single enemy type, every single whatever, and it's just so you can test stuff quickly, right? And then once we have once we're like really satisfied with this level of gameplay, right? Like eventually I'm gonna start adding more and more zones, and it's gonna look like a real open world or whatever, right? Once we're there, then I'm gonna start actually making levels. You know what I mean? And so that again, that's why this is just a bunch of cubes with like colors and stuff, and that's always what it's gonna remain, right? That's always what it's gonna be. And eventually, I'm even gonna show you guys how to possibly do animations or do stuff like that, like make it so that this platform, let's say, changes color depending on how much time there's left, right? So let's say initially it's green, you land on it, after 2 seconds it becomes orange, and after another 2 seconds it becomes red, and then after 1 second it disappears, for instance, right? Oh, let's check Discord. Okay, hold on. I think I'm satisfied with the feet now. I went with bunny feet. Have you ever noticed how fat poor is in the side profile? That's what AGT Infinity sent me. I dare you to use this as your player model for the tutorial. Oh shit. Okay, chat, what do you think? This as a poir. This is from AG Infinity. Yeah, poor pilled. Maybe. Or you know, like technically, hold on. Technically, my in-game character is Poir. He has the same colors. You know? This is Poir, guys. I'll do my best. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I think AGT is in the Discord server. Hold on. Retroman also sent me LFG support co-host Bloodlust Shaman with high edginess rating and can hold aggro. Shit, he's streaming it. Okay. Yeah. Hold on. So what's this post? Oh shit. Okay, well, here's some free advertisement for Retroman. He's gonna be streaming. Oh well, he's been streaming for at least half an hour, and I know Zeno is gonna be streaming soon. Imagine Poir not floating and having to run with his legs. God damn. It's very hard to interpret the feet in 3D. I went direct off the concept art. Yeah. That's not intended. Yeah, hold on. So let me just, once again, for those interested, I mean, most of the people watching live are already in the Discord server, but for anybody watching the VOD or whatever, I'm once again, for the millionth time, gonna put the Discord server invite. There it is. And yeah, and so the goal is to, you know, like start adding more and more game mechanics, and then every stream we're gonna add like 1 or 2 new mechanics and try to fix a few bugs and like polish the game a little bit, right? Like eventually make the jump feel really like much better, make things way more consistent, right? Like so that I don't just go through the ground and stuff like that, right? And yeah, and so eventually like this is going to transform into a proper sandbox level, if you will, right? So that's the goal. I don't know if you guys have any more questions here. As you can see, for my level, I have like this parent object that's like, let's say level 0 or whatever, right? And so like if I move it, I can literally move everything, right? Then I have here are all of my respawn object. So I have a parent object for all of them. I have my level boundaries object. I have my terrain objects. I have my gameplay objects. And then here I have other parents for each type of gameplay object. And I'm not saying you have to structure your levels like this, but that's how I do it, just because it helps me, right? I find it easier, right? And like in my game that I'm making, my real game that I'm making, I have like way more things like these. Especially once I start introducing you guys to the UI, you're gonna see like I hate doing UI because it's always like convoluted and really complex and shit, you know? So yeah, so that's the idea. Do you guys have any questions? Any feedback? Did you enjoy the stream? And also, don't forget that if you have any ideas, any suggestions to add it to the Discord, I do read everything, and it's not that like I'm hoping to be able to implement a lot of the things you guys would like to see. But obviously, like streaming 2 to 3 hours, only 2 days a week, it means we're not gonna be making like a shit ton of progress, right? Because like so far we've had like what? Let me just see here. So far we've had content live. Okay. So far we've had 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16, and now we're like 2 hours something, and then plus all of these. So about 20 hours, right? So far we've had about 20 hours worth of, let's say, game dev, and not all of it was spent working on this game. So this is basically after 12 hours. Not 12 hours, but let's say 20 hours, right? Jesus. Yeah, I'll try to remember that, AGT Infinity. It's always interesting to see how you solve things coding. Okay, that's good. Okay, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. But yeah, so this is about, like, let me show once again the gameplay, right? And for those of you who missed it, I'm gonna try to get spawn killed again. All right. So, right. Jesus. There you go. I don't know why it's like shaking like that, you know? But basically, so far, this is like after 20 or so hours of game dev, you know? I don't know where I can get a link to Retro's RE stream. Go to Retroman's channel. He should have it up online. Yeah, exactly. Like, we definitely need to debug the camera shake, but at the same time, we need to do a bunch of other stuff, because, for instance, right now, the way the enemy knockback is programmed is that no matter which direction I hit the enemy from, it's based on like the player's back, right? Wherever the player is facing, it's gonna push us backwards, right? Like, look. If I were to approach them like this, god damn it. See? Jesus Christ. Ah! Oh, jeez. Ah! No! Yeah. So there's still a bunch of shit to fix. You know what I mean? When the fent hits too hard. Yeah, exactly, because it's like the global backwards. So eventually we're gonna need to change that mechanic to push based on which direction the player comes from, or maybe which direction the enemy comes from, whatever. We're gonna need to add more, um, more game mechanics, more stuff like that. We're gonna need to fix this thing, right? Like this thing, we're gonna need to fix it. We're gonna need to add more obstacles, more enemies, etc. But all of this is like gonna take several weeks and whatnot, right? And yeah, and let me just once again copy paste the Discord link for those interested to join the Discord. There, I finally found a way to post a zip folder of the project itself, so you guys can go and get it. And yeah, if I think that's all pretty much. And yeah, I think I'm gonna see you guys next week. Hopefully, by the time we see each other next Saturday, I'm gonna be done coding the last big mechanic for my game, which means that uh, I'll be done with coding the core gameplay of my game, and I'll be on to the next step, which is assembling everything in the Unity editor, kind of like what I did today, right? Like you create a level, you create some basic enemies, you put everything together, and then that means that like the visuals are going to be on their way. But yeah, that's about it. I think I'm done rambling. um, I'm really glad you guys enjoyed it, and if you don't have any other questions, I think that's gonna be it for today. Take care, guys. Kiss, kiss, hug, sniff, whatever. Anyways, take care, boys.